You know, the reason YouTubers have intros, I'm starting to realize, is to make it easy. It's to make it so easy to start your videos, because holy cow, my silly billy daffodillies, this one's fighting me, and they all fight me. This art was so easy. That was the point of this particular sketch and me doing this drawing, because I had an idea for something else, and then as I was flipping through my sketchbook, I saw this little one-off sketch that I'd done in the corner of the page that was like an inch high, and I was like, oh, that was cute. And I thought it was cute then, and I still think it's cute, even though it was not a terribly meaningful sketch, but it was easy. It was so easy, and talking is so hard. I have so many different recordings of me losing my bananas over the last week and just giving up on my everything, which is what happens with every single video with all of the voiceovers. I think you probably know that. I haven't gone back to rewatch the other videos after, they're uploaded and I know they're okay. But I'm pretty sure in each and every one of them, I'm laughing and like, whatever. I've reached the point of, I just have to get it done. Because that's the point, is you just have to get it done. You just have to do it. I mindfully went into this picture with the idea of, I'm not making a masterpiece, I'm just having fun. Which is incredibly important for me because I'm in such a weird place with my art and as an artist that it's really important for me to just do something and for me to finish it. And because that's... But it's so much easier for me to do that with art where I'm experienced and I have years of confidence. Like, I've built up the years of confidence in myself and my art and my own abilities to like what I'm doing, even when I know it's not like the best thing in the world. I just like it and I have fun with it, and I don't have a problem with just being a goofy goober. And it doesn't matter if somebody else doesn't like it because I like it, but I don't have those years of experience with audio recording. So forgive me if you get this version. I don't have anything to say about it. If you get one of the other versions where I'm just laughing into my hands nonstop, well, that's also the person that I am. I'm just that person. I'm that person. I am that person. But whatever. It's getting done. It is getting done. Part of me does want to go back and listen to the other recordings in a row, though, because they happened... I slept last night, which was amazing, if you know me. And if you don't know me, I don't sleep. I just don't sleep. It's very difficult for me. And at least one of these recordings, I had... Is that good English? I had less than 5 hours of sleep. I'm just going to get rid of the second had. I'm going to get rid of I had less than 5 hours of sleep in 2 days, entire day cycles. In 48 hours, I'd had less than 5 hours of sleep. So I was real loopy in that one. Okay, picture. Talking about the picture. If you have any questions that I'm not addressing in my rambling, please just feel free to leave it. It feels like a lifetime. I just looked down at my little timer on the video because I'm watching this video as I talk about things that aren't even related to the video. I'm watching it and I just look down and it's like, oh, you just hit 4 minutes. And I'm like, I think I've been talking for 8 hours. What do you mean it's only 4 minutes? Okay. Talking about the art. If I don't talk about the art at any point in this video, please just feel free to leave a question down below. If you have a question, I'm not sure why you would, because as I said, this is an extremely simple piece, and I knew it was going into it, and that's fine. I don't know if you have this opinion, but in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with a picture that's not like the absolute 110% of your efforts. It's not that I wasn't trying to make this look good, because I was. I was seeing flaws and I was editing them and I was trying to work with things that I was unhappy with because, I wanted it to look good, but I also knew that this isn't going to be a life-changing picture. It's a picture of a cat in a cowl in front of a moon with some floaty stars. Like, it's indulgent. And I don't see a problem with that. I'm drawing to have fun, so I don't see a problem with drawing something that's just fun. maybe that's not a popular opinion, but that's my opinion. So I had fun. And it wasn't, this isn't actually a terribly involved picture. I think it took maybe an hour and 30-40 minutes to do, and it didn't really fight me. Along the way, I did realize that I wasn't necessarily rendering it in the style that I wanted to. I started to paint it, but there were some details in the sketch that just are obliterated because I was painting completely over them instead of preserving those details, and I wish that I knew how to preserve those details. I hope that's something that I learn as I'm on this art adventure, because I really liked the structure to the face in the sketch, and I think I did preserve it to an extent with the shadows and highlights on the cheeks, but part of me also wishes that I'd painted less and done more of like a flat picture with clear outlines, even though as I was actively working on it, my brain was thinking about the importance of lost edges and having clear hard edges. Having a lost edge is something that I struggle with because I want everything to be detailed, but we don't look at things and see everything equally detailed. And if you edit a picture fully, no, why did I say edit? Brain, get on it. If you texture a picture like 100% across the board with all the exact same level of detail and texture, the same texture, I don't know why that word didn't want to come out of my brain, then you don't have a focal point. Because everything is going to be competing with your focal point. And for me, I think it's better to sort of hiccup. I think it's better to help enhance the focal point by having more texture there than necessarily everywhere else, although that doesn't mean that everywhere else should be just a bleh. But learning how to lost edges, blurred edges, that's what I was talking about. I don't know how to effectively do those, although I did try to a certain degree on the cat's like neck ruff. Did it work out? Not as well as as maybe someday it will, but it's something I'm aware of and something that I'm gonna work on, hopefully. What's interesting about this picture is, I mean, I guess it's interesting to me. It may not be interesting to you, but the second I was done with it, I was able to like look at it and self-critique immediately. Like, normally you do a picture to the best of your abilities and you might see a couple of things that just irritate you afterwards. You're like, dang it, didn't mean to do that, or I didn't know how to do that better. And I'm not irritated at the things that I saw with that I see to critique afterwards. I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that at all. I didn't notice a certain problem with the nose at all until I was watching the recording, even though I spent a lot of time trying to fix that nose because it changed the form a lot from the sketch and therefore it didn't end up fitting the face properly. But it's interesting, and for me, I think it's valuable to have a picture that I tried to make it look good, but it's also not something that I'm trying to sell to a gallery. It's something that I was having fun with, but I was also accepting that it has a limited amount of time that I'm going to spend on it. I wasn't going to spend forever trying to make it the most beautiful thing ever, only to end up abandoning it later, because let me tell you how many video files I have of unfinished things where I was like, I'm trying too hard to make this perfect and I'm losing the spirit of it that I originally drew it with. It's flawed and I'm focusing on nothing on the flaw but the flaws because I'm trying to make a masterpiece, and that's not necessarily what I should be doing. So I have a lot of unfinished things in my files, and I have a lot of unfinished recordings for that matter. because the picture just didn't get finished. And I mentioned that I'm in a weird, by golly, I hope I mentioned it. I mentioned it in at least several of the others, but I'm in a weird place as an artist and with my art because I have years of learning and I have years of experience and I have certain life experiences that you really only get just by going through the gauntlet as an artist. And I've been there. I'm not really a beginner, but it almost feels like I am, and like I don't know myself and my art the way I used to. I don't exactly know what to expect to what's going to come out on the canvas when I'm drawing as well as I used to, because I have had a long period of... I had a nervous breakdown during burnout. That was fun. Massive burnout, like the worst burnout. The burnout that lasted years and actually like prompted the adventure to finding out just how damaged my brain is. I had no idea that I had like an anxiety disorder, and I had no idea how extremely like OCD I was, and that I actually needed treatment for that crap. But you know, the burnout really put me on those train tracks, let me tell you. So nervous breakdown, burnout, and then I got extremely sick, and then I got extremely sad for different reasons. And during all of that, one of the first things to suffer was my art, which I don't know if it would have if it hadn't have started in burnout, where I was in an incredibly unhealthy place around unhealthy people for my art. Like, it was very punishing, and it was instigated because of aggression towards me as an artist. So I don't know if my art would have suffered as badly with the everything else if it hadn't originated there, but it did. So I feel like a beginner in some ways because I just don't know what's going to come out of my everything. It's an adventure to get back everything that was so easy to me before. So the process of doing a picture like this, I think, is really valuable to me at the very least. I mean, I think it's valuable to everyone to feel free to just make art, whether or not it's the most serious thing you've ever done. If you like cats in capes in front of a moon with no real logic applied to it, do it. Who's gonna fight you? Not me. I'll fight for you. If somebody gives you crap for it, I will absolutely fight for your right to party and draw magical cats. Who cares? But for me, it's a very valuable experience to finish something. However small, however whatever. Just, you know, the act of starting it and carrying it through to completion, even if it's a small project like that, is very important to me and where I am right now. And it's a blessing that the art for this one fought me less than doing the voiceover, because I'm very appreciative of my silly cat. Do I think other people are going to look at this and think it's silly? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't, and I had a valuable experience in drawing it. So great. While I was struggling with the intro, I was like, feels like a million years. It's only been a couple minutes. And now that I actually started talking, I was like, oh, hey, it's 15 minutes and I'm not done. But the video is. So thank you for watching, and that's it. Just thank you for watching. If you wanted, I'm gonna have to extend the end of the video because I'm still talking. If you want it to be helpful, if you could comment on the video speed, I would really appreciate it, because I'm trying very hard to find the happy medium, and I almost think I made this one too fast, and you know, one of the previous ones I thought it was too slow. So if you thought it was too fast, or you thought it was okay, if you could just comment and let me know, it would be very valuable to me to know your input. That's it. I hope you enjoyed my rambling in some way, and if you didn't, then I hope you muted me and enjoyed the video. I love you. I give you kisses. Mwah.